back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today, I'm going to answer a question that I get way more than you might expect, and that is, what watches attract the opposite sex? Or, what watches are the opposite sex attracted to? Now, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. I'm wearing the Seiko SKX with the Pepsi bezel. Now, little disclaimer, this is not one of the watches I'm going to be talking about today, but it is one of the watches I love, so that's why I'm wearing it. So, what watches attract the opposite sex? Now, before we really talk about that, I have to say this is just kind of my opinion and my experience. I'm not too sure what watches the opposite sex are attracted to, but I'm going to give it a shot in analyzing and seeing if I can help you guys answer that question. So firstly, I think we need to talk about what is the opposite sex attracted to in the first place, and what type of attention are you trying to get. Now, I think women are much more attracted to fashionable things not necessarily that are classic, but that are trending and that are hot right now. They also are attracted to things that are recognizable, because let's be honest, most women aren't watch lovers, and even if they are watch lovers, watches don't get that much attention anyway. So you're gonna have to go with something recognizable and bold. And then, don't forget, this type of attention might not be the best thing. I'm just saying it'll get you attention. I'm not saying it's good attention or it's gonna attract the right woman, because I think for the most part, it's going to be women who are more interested in your money than anything else. However, it is an interesting topic. So firstly, I want to knock out all the watches that are common or that can even be considered fake. You know, when most people see someone wearing a Submariner, the first question out of their mouth is it real? So automatically, I think the Submariner is too common to kind of count. I also knock out the Speedmaster, anything really tooly. You know, most watches that are loved by watch lovers pretty much get the knockout. So I think the Submariner's out, the Speedmaster is out, a classic Patek Calatrava, not particularly fashionable, even a little boring maybe, is probably out, as is something like a Reverso. I think to attract at least the vast majority of women, not women that are particularly classy, but women as a group, something that gets you the most attention, I think you're going to want to stick with something bold and fashionable. So I know when I was wearing a Hublot Big Bang, I used to own one a while ago when they first came out a few years ago. It was a 44mm steel and ceramic model. I'll put up a picture right here. That actually got a ton of compliments. I'm not saying the watch got me laid, but, you know, it was noticeable and it did get a ton of compliments. Another type of watch that I think a lot of women will see and will probably recognize is a Cartier Santos 100. It's big, it's bold, it's fashionable, women love Cartier, so they know what it looks like, and that will probably turn a few female heads. Another type of watch is probably something with diamonds. Now, this is not everybody's cup of tea. Personally, I like a little bling here and there, but something like that will definitely get you noticed, especially in like a nightclub setting. So while a Submariner probably won't do a whole lot for you, something like a President with a diamond bezel definitely will. And I think size plays a key factor here, so the bigger the watch, the better. Another watch we can put on this list is something like an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore. Pop up another picture right there. Big, bold, people know it's expensive, or at least they think it's expensive, and that will certainly turn heads. However, I've also seen a lot of women comment on pretty inexpensive watches just because they follow these trends. Something like a Swiss Legend, or even one of these Invicta Russian divers. You know, they look big, they look bold, so once again, these get compliments as well. And they scream, I have money, which I think is a key factor here. So ultimately, I think you guys are going to want to go with something very fashionable, very in your face. However, once again, this might not be the type of attention you're looking for. most of this will attract women that are attracted to money. And in fact, there is something in New York that we call getting black widowed, which is women usually with nefarious intentions, or criminal women, not just any woman. They go to bars in downtown Manhattan where all the stockbrokers hang out, and they scout for expensive watches. They'll probably miss the Patek, but they'll see a president, they'll see a Royal Oak, they'll slip something in your drink, and they'll seduce you, bring you back to your room. You wake up, you don't have a watch. And this has actually been all over the news. So once again, guys, please be careful, and this might not be the type of attention you wish to attract. However, this question was asked quite a bit, so I think ultimately, and in conclusion, skip the usual suspects. The Sub's not going to do anything for you. Speedy's not going to do anything for you. Calatrava won't either. Go big, bold, fashionable, and in your face. Once again, guys, what do you think? Leave a comment in the comment section below, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. Almost at 10,000 subscribers, and I can't wait to give away some prizes. I'll make a video about that at about 9,500 so you guys can participate. Anyway, thank you for sticking around for another episode of Federico Talks Watches, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.